I was hoping that we could pull the item related to the McNally House. We need to support it and put our money where our mouth is. And I think we need to do that now and not wait until the budget process, because I think that the waiting to the budget process, in my opinion, is just putting off the inevitable.
I will tell you why I struggle with it. We have an organization that has come forward. I was disappointed when I did my research to try and find out about their financial statements, and that the 2022 statements are not on their website.
Our 2022 financial statements are not available either. So, I mean, we can't be critical of them for not having theirs available when you can't see ours for 2022 yet either.
I was disappointed in the fact that I don't feel yet like they share that same vision that I have for openness and accountability and transparency. Perhaps if they were asked, they would come forward with it. You know, what I was seeing on the website, or the lack of information on the website, really re-emphasized for me that, you know, organizations that come to us need to be forthright and share that with us, right? And I realize it seems like it's only 132,000 or whatever, and that, you know, in all likelihood, there will be a surplus from 2022, and we can probably afford to do it. And I will share with you just one last thing, if I could. Of course, they sent another letter to us, and they outlined all the other hospices in the province and the funding that came from them. And what came to mind when I read that letter was my children, who used to come to me and say, why can't we get this? You know, so-and-so down the street has a big screen TV, and so-and-so over here has this, and Mom and Dad, why can't we have those things?
Yeah, we're going to cut it there because it's past 11. Moved by Councillor Frigg, second by Councillor.
What's $130,000 to gain somebody living the last days of their lives? To have a facility like that in Grimsby, I'd like to be a part of that. I'd like to be able to approve it. So I'm 100% in favor. That's why I seconded this. This is why I went in favor of the last time, and I will do the same this time. So thank you, Mr. DeFlavio, for bringing this back up. Appreciate it. So I want to move ahead with this thing, and I don't want to wait for the budget. I want to approve it tonight and get it done, get it over with, put it behind us, because I'd hate to think that if there is a grant out there, and it depends on what Grimsby does, and if what Lincoln is also waiting for us to make a decision as well, so that is also going to be affected. So let's move ahead with this. Let's get it done and do a good thing for the community.
And here they are asking us again, you know, like where's the limit? If they came and asked us for $100,000 a year, is that the limit? We haven't, you know, if they came back 2 days later and asked us again after we approved it, is that the limit? We haven't established that. So I'm a firm no. We were voting on, this is a day hospice. So this is not end of life care. These are people that are like 2 years out. This is, you know, a want and not necessarily a need, as they are not at full capacity either. So I just wanted to add that as well.
Yes, we do need this criteria, and to rehash my statement from last week, I just don't think we can put everybody on hold until we have it. I would very much like to support McNally as soon as possible, and as far as I was aware, I believe West Lincoln deferred it to us, saying if Grimsby supports it, they will support it as well. I think that kind of pressure, for lack of a better word, from our neighboring municipalities is all the more incentive to move quickly on this. And I would like to vote, or I would like to reconsider my vote after thinking about it for the last 2 weeks and support McNally.
My biggest concern is the criteria. We cannot say yes to this and then establish criteria and expect every other organization to follow that criteria. You know, maybe we need a member on the board as well. There's a lot more to consider than just saying yes.
And I share concerns of my colleagues, Councillor Costanja and also Councillor Davoli. I wouldn't be able to support Councillor DeFlavio's motion.
And we have to put in our share too. So yes, the province has funded it, the region has funded it, and now it's Grimsby's turn to put our share into it too. The idea of any decision we make being precedent setting, you know, I can tell you that we've given money to organizations in the past, and never once did I look back, and never once did somebody come forward and say, well, you gave money to them, why aren't you giving it to us? Every decision we make as a council is a new decision based on the information that we have in front of us that day. I agree wholeheartedly that we should have a criteria. I don't know what that criteria is going to say and if it's going to tell you not to fund this, but I can tell you that this is something that we can find in the surplus of this year's budget, I believe. I've been involved in lots of budgets before, and I think finding $132,000 in this year's surplus is something that can be done.
Councillor DeFlavio, it makes perfect sense, and actually, we as a council shouldn't even be really discussing this.
You know, we will get these requests again and again and again, and I don't believe that we can deal with them in an ad hoc basis
Councillor Howe.
I won't be supporting this. We just can't keep reacting because we got a lot of things coming on our plate in the next little while. So if I can't be supporting it, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say, in a perfect world, we'd already have this criteria and we wouldn't be having this debate. But I can't imagine a world where Grimsby does not stand behind McNally and support them on this. Our neighboring municipalities support them. We're building a health campus with our hospital. To me, this just needs to be done, and it's what our residents want.
Recorded vote. Mayor Jordan, yes. Councillor Davoli, no. Councillor Frake, yes. Councillor Howe, no. Councillor Vardy, no. Councillor Charrois, no. Councillor Corstangi, no. Councillor Bradzi, yes. Councillor DeFlavio, yes. That is defeated.